The Amazon jungle is known for many things, including the lush jungle, incredible river systems, and gorgeous sunsets. And when it comes to wildlife, there is nowhere on the planet with as much variety. Some of my favorite things about the Amazon are the beautiful birds and the mysteries, like what's with the petroglyphs in the middle of the river? And of course, the best multi-species fishing on the planet. This week, I'm headed into the Essequibo River in the Amazon jungles of Guyana with my son Brock and two friends. And we're going to have the time of our lives catching crazy big fish, seeing some awesome wildlife, and hanging out, enjoying the Amazon jungle.
So when I first started thinking about going to the Amazon jungle, my first thought was, how dangerous is it? You gotta think about, okay, what's the experience gonna be? Going to the jungle, gonna see some wildlife, gonna do some fishing, gonna just have an experience that I wouldn't normally have.
So yeah, when I thought about coming to Guyana, it was, maybe not as much of a shock coming here just because we had gone to Brazil last year. It's somewhat similar, but definitely different. I think, much like Brazil, it's just such a raw, natural, beautiful place that's really unspoiled by man.
Fishing's been great. Every day we go out, we catch fish, and it's big fish.
Thing that happened to me on this trip was, so I got this Payara in the boat and we forgot boga grips, which is just a terrible idea in the Amazon because they got teeth, and so I had it and we didn't have a good hold on it, right? Because they can move, and so I was holding it underneath its belly and its tail, and the head could turn. I didn't realize it could turn that much, and it just goes around and it totally tries to bite me in the arm and just hits it. And if my arm would have been any closer, I would have had to get stitches.
The very first fish that I got was a Payara, and I've never fished for big fish before, so I'm used to little ones. And this Payara was big, and it's got the teeth. So it's the very first fish that I'm catching here in the Amazon. It's just ginormous teeth. So crazy. It was fun.
Eastern Amazon I've never been to, and I wanted to come fish Guyana because it's a great multi-species fishery. Wanted to come in here and catch a lot of fish, and we have. I mean, today alone, I caught 9 species of fish out there. Got some nice fish. During the week here, I was able to catch a very large Arapaima, about 250 pounds. I caught a redtail catfish, I caught a jaguar catfish, I caught some very large Payara, caught some nice peacock bass, caught red pacu. I mean, I've just caught so many fish, lots of piranhas. It's been great. The fishing here in Guyana has blown my mind. It's an excellent multi-species fishery.
The fishing in Guyana is absolutely incredible. The number of species, the size of the species is absolutely fantastic.
So coming here to the jungles of Guyana, the big fish for us is going to be Arapaima this week. That's why we're all here. Arapaima is kind of a unique fish. They get trapped in these lagoons all over the place up here. So the Amazon jungle, these rivers meander, and they've got these lagoons, these little pocket lakes and ponds that the Arapaima get trapped in. Arapaima are air breathers, so they don't like being in the current and things. They're going to have to hike into these lagoons. We're going to have to do it very quiet because the Arapaima have extremely good sense of hearing. We don't want to disturb them. Once we get there, we'll be looking for them to surface as they come up to grab gulps of air, and that's how we're going to target them.
The highlight of the trip, obviously, is the Arapaima, the big fish, huge.
Monster fish that everyone dreams about catching.
The coolest fish I caught is probably the Arapaima because it's huge.
Just these massive, prehistoric, majestic creatures, just so cool, where, I mean, you literally need 2 full-grown men to lift them up out of the water.
Seeing my son catch that big jow earlier this week was awesome. And he caught that thing, and he's like, that's the biggest fish I've ever caught. And then 2 days later, he catches an Arapaima that's almost twice that size. And that was the biggest fish now that he's ever caught.
So that was definitely a highlight of the trip. Catching some of these catfish here have just been amazing. Caught a redtail catfish, it's amazing to catch that. And then, maybe not as impressive from, maybe the bucket list for a lot of people, but You know, caught an Arawana yesterday, which is a fish that looks like kind of a mix between a fish and an eel almost. And I tried for 2 days to catch that stupid fish, and finally landed one. Probably had 20 plus on the line over the 2 days. Just could not keep them on. They're very smart fish. They know exactly how to spit those hooks out. So it was nice to finally land one yesterday.
One of the highlights of a trip to Amazon is seeing wildlife.
Saw jaguar, anaconda, the capybara. We saw a tapir and river otter.
We saw a whole herd of wild pigs, boars, swimming across the river. Those were kind of funny to watch because then they tried to climb up the steep embankment on the other side, and they were climbing up the hill and fall into the water.
The coolest animals I've seen are probably just the crocodiles everywhere. They're pretty awesome. They got huge mouths and just goes chomp.
And then we've seen 2 anacondas, which was just awesome. I mean, that thing was just massive and huge.
Lots of birds. My favorite, so the toucans, the macaws are awesome. Scarlet ones are my favorite, I think. They're just awesome to watch fly across the sky.
We're at the beach here. It's a nice, just sandy beach. And we got some shade, and we're just cooking up some barbecue fish just on a fire.
Going on the fire now.
Tell me about how you're cooking this fish.
Well, you see how I prepare it, I wash it, and now I put it over the fire. We have to wait for the heat of the fire to bake it. From the other side, then we turn it to the other side, then it's ready.
How did you learn to cook fish this way?
That's our our living. That's how we know it.
So that's your traditional cultural way of cooking it?
Yeah, that's our bush cook.
Bush cook.
Yeah.
Okay. Beach barbecue, freshly caught cuck bass. It's hot. Oh yeah. That's excellent. Good job, Dave. I also think that one of the coolest things about going to an area like this is people. Both the people you're with, hanging out with friends, my son, sharing those memories, making memories, having those experiences. I'll never forget them. I'll never forget the time with them. But it's also meeting new people. And meeting the guides here at the lodge has been fantastic. I've had the opportunity to fish with 2 of the guides, both with Dave and with Lloyd, and they've been wonderful. And they've been sharing their culture. They've talked about their families. They're doing this as a way to support their families. This is how they feed their families. They shot a pig while we were here. They were hunting with a bow and arrow, got a pig. You smelled the scent of the pigs?
Yeah.
So then you stop and then you could hear where they were.
Yeah.
And you shot it on the first try?
Yeah.
1 arrow?
1 arrow.
Are the pigs dangerous? Like, do they charge you?
Yeah.
I see teeth on them.
They
Like,
run towards you.
yeah.
Where are we putting this thing? Here, let me-
But brave, he's brave then. Just begin.
Translation. You're the idiot that went without a weapon. He had a bow and arrow. Dave had a machete.
I was gonna hold it and he was gonna shoot it.
The 2 white guys are running around with nothing in their hands. Just really cool experiences that we've learned how they live here in the jungle. And while many things are very different than us, a lot of things are the same. And that's really cool to experience culture in a new way and to be out here in the jungle. To me, that's the highlight, is the time spent with friends, making memories, catching amazing fish and enjoying it. You know, we're gonna have to go home in a couple of days and I'll never forget Guyana.
Fishing's been pretty good. The variety is better than like any place I've seen or anything. Cause like I've caught 14 or 15 species by myself and I've never been anywhere that's caught that much variety.
Oh! Just shot that thing in the water.
They just keep on getting bigger.
Oh! Known as the vampire fish. Check out these fangs. These things feed on piranhas. That is a predator of the Amazon.
Highlight of the day was I finally caught a Payara, which after last year in Brazil, I got completely skunked, so I was pretty happy with that.
Okay, get that picture.
jump in the boat. This is a butterfly, right?
Yeah, that's the best.
Butterfly peacock. Oh, jumped in the boat! Oh my goodness! You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope we caught that on film. That jumped in the boat! Did you get that? Did you see it?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. He wanted to be in the boat. Okay, here we go. This is just a little 3.5 pound butterfly peacock. Beautiful species. Notice the red eyes. Very aggressive strikes from these things. I love how they got the coloring to the blue on the tail, the split line right there.
Wow, that's a nice one.
Okay, so in this area there's mainly two types of peacocks. There's the yellow and the butterfly.
We already caught lots of butterflies.
Already caught lots of butterflies. This is the first yellow, and it's a pretty nice one. You got the blue on the tail, yellow at the head.
So how many species you got now?
I'm at 9.
Dude, you're kicking my butt. And right over here on the side is Mr. Crocodile. About 6 or 7 feet long, looks like. Just watching us see where this fish goes. Okay, that was a lot better netting job than the first one. We jumped into the net. That's a nice one, Damon. Damon does not want to take his picture of this fish.
Actually, I do. The fish doesn't want to take pictures of me.
It's decent size. 3.5, 4 pounds. All right, there we go. Rock gets a big one.
Oh, that's a beautiful one, man. Come on, get in the net. There we go.
Oh, he still almost jumped out there. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It's got
you did it, Lloyd. Yes, that's a good peacock.
It's got that beautiful blue color to it.
Oh, yes. This is the yellow peacock. I think it's called the catarate or whatever, but this is by far the biggest yellow peacock I've ever caught. It's about 5 pounds or so. Check it on the bugger if you want. Yeah, it's about 5. Okay.
Nice.
There you go. Put it back in the water.
I'll hold it up there for a pic real fast.
Sweet. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. Really hope you like this video. Thank you for taking time to watch it. If you haven't already, please click the like button on the video. We appreciate that. If you have a question or a comment, write it down, put it in the comments down below. And of course, if you haven't yet, take a second, click the subscribe button, and we have over 100 other videos on this channel. If you like this one, you'll probably like one of the others, so go ahead and watch the next one. Cheers, tight lines, good luck out there fishing.